Well, Workington Reds completed their pre-season friendlies on Saturday with a 1-0 win at Clitheroe. Billy Barr, the manager, joins me now. Billy, that's the end of the dress rehearsals. The show starts on Saturday. How well are you ready for that, do you think?
Firstly, John, I'd just like to apologise to our fans because we didn't go and acknowledge them after the game. We got a little bit mixed up with who's were who's fans, if I'm being honest. We'd done a debrief on the pitch and then most of the people had left. So apologies to our fans from that point of view.
Right.
But yeah, a good workout, positive result, clean sheet, which is probably the most pleasing part. But still lots of work to do, which we'll keep ticking away with. Our ball retention wasn't very good yesterday, so that's one of the things that I think I spoke to you and said about standing back and watching Thursday night's training, and that didn't look like anywhere near what Thursday night's training was yesterday at times. So reminded them of that. I thought we were better in the second half. So yeah, we'll keep going, keep working. It's a young group that's still forming and gelling together. And we'll see how this week goes and where we are come Saturday.
One goal, Tom Stephenson. Tell me about that one.
Yeah, it came from out wide originally. We lost the ball, we regained the ball. Kieran Casson took a couple of people on and squared it to Steedo around the penalty spot, and he finished really well. So that's another goal for him in pre-season. But like I said, some things were good. Just making sure now, as we go, that we don't turn the ball over as much as we did yesterday, because we can't score on every attack. I don't want us to play in behind every ball. I want us to be able to control the game. So things to work on, as every team will have. You know, it's the end of pre-season. The season starts next week for ourselves, and we'll have a better benchmark come the end of the 90 minutes next week.
Clitheroe, what were they like? Were they, obviously decent opposition? They're a level below, but they were a good side?
They always are. You're really competitive, good budget, which attracts good players. And I think they'll do really well in their league this year. I do. So I wish them well as well.
And you got through the game with no injuries. I know we've got Brad Carroll doubtful, but any more setbacks yesterday?
Just Jake Allen as a little cautious one, really. He went down a couple of times and it was just one of them, get him off. There's no point risking it. Brought Isaac off around the hour mark as well, just to make sure that he doesn't do anything. We need him for Saturday. So I think that's it. The injury update will come later in the day, so we'll know more by this evening.
Yeah. Any more developments on new faces, Bill?
Not at the moment. No. There's still money in the budget. There's lots and lots and lots of movement with people that have been on trial at places, and whether or not they get things. I've spoke with a young lad via text who's been at a conference club for the last couple of weeks, and if he doesn't get anything, then that leaves him in a right predicament with the season starting. So I'll pick that up sort of tomorrow and just see if he's been successful with it. There's one or two others that I've got in mind that have, maybe a couple of them have fell out of love with football a little bit because of the way things have happened, and it's just about reigniting what I know they have and getting them smiling and playing football, hopefully. But there's a little bit of time on that one. So we'll keep looking. We'll keep trying to strengthen. But I think we've got enough at the moment to get us through definitely next weekend if we come through the week unscathed injury-wise.
We talked on Friday, Billy, about Alex Baker. I know you said he wasn't involved yesterday, but is he becoming training for the last week before the start?
He's due to come on Thursday. He's got something on Tuesday. Again, I'll have a chat with Alex and I'll just see if he wants to be involved. Just like I say, if you can train for an hour, having travelled 2 hours each to get here, and then obviously the hour, we limit what he does at the moment. off his own say so. And I think 20 minutes off a bench is probably going to be better. But I have to accept that at some point he wants to go back into full-time football, but he needs a stepping board to get to that. So I'll have a chat with Alex this week, and we'll see where his head is with that.
Yeah, right. And so far, does he look as if he's got a smile on his face when he's playing? When
He
he's
does.
training, I beg your pardon?
Yeah, he does, I have to say. It helps that he knows Isaac, so that's been a big boost. But the lads are a good group, and when he came in, everybody welcomed him in, and he knows a few of them now, on top of obviously knowing Isaac.
You've had to make a choice of captain when Brad's been out. Mattis took over the role, and I imagine he's done a good job in that.
Yeah, no, I think he has. Yeah, I didn't really pick him. I think it was picked just by himself or the lads, and or maybe Bones. He was captain at Queen's, so it's just a natural step. And he's done well. So the captain just wears an armband. I want them all to be leaders, So
yeah.
And there is quite a few of them in there that step up to the mark. So yeah, fair play to him for being what he has been and speaking up and things like that so far.
He's been a good addition to the squad, no doubt.
He has, very good. Yeah.
Billy, thanks very much, and we'll speak ahead of the big game, the big start next Saturday at Gainsborough.
Pleasure, sir. Always, as we speak very often nowadays. Look forward to the next one.
Cheers.
Thank you.